So, hey, what up, my Trekkie friends? I'm Stu Jackson here with Hailing Frequencies, and we are taking our very first look at... Oh, I'm just going to move my camera, there we go, so I can see better. We are taking our very first look at Star Trek Resurgence. Very exciting. It literally just dropped. It dropped here in the UK 1600 hours, so that was 38 minutes ago. It's taken 37 and a half minutes to download. I did not want to hang about. We've been waiting for this, of course, for a good couple of years. It was supposed to have dropped last year, launched last year, but it did not. It did not come out. It was delayed for some reason. So there we go. Hello, Ed, our very own Elin Rahl. I see it watching there. So good to see you. So this is what we get. Hello to Dustin D. Good of you to join us. So I'm going to start playing in just a moment. I'm going to... Hello, Windgrace! Yay! Oh, the store wasn't open yet. Ah, right. Well, I did it on a download. Now, I've got my Ractigino here. Double sweet, double strong, of course. So here we go. Let's have a look, first of all. Settings. I always go with default settings. I don't know what choices means. No, let's not bother with that. No, it won't let me do anything. Bear with me. Oh, no. Let's click back. There we go. Right. So, yeah, let's just go straight into the game. Here we go. I've got my uniform on ready, as you can see. Do have the jacket undone because comfort. So, yeah, pick an empty slot. That's not difficult. Come on, and begin. There we go. No, I've obviously not played this before. Nobody's played this before. But there we go. So obviously, for anyone watching, this is going to contain spoilers for the story behind Star Trek Resurgence. But my breach my uniform standards, absolutely. So very excited to see this. We got a Type 9 shuttle there. I think it's Type 9.
The crew is restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down. They're ready for something different. I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them. Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy, the nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good.
Nice cinematics to start.
Our new first officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Ryder. I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
Hello to everyone watching. Good to see you here with me on this first look at Star Trek Resurgence.
Thanks.
No problem.
I'm not great with flying.
I'm not sure if it is a Miranda class. It's
Are the worst.
definitely it's the Resolute. There we go.
Here's a tip. Don't close your eyes. You'd think that would make it easier, but it only makes it worse. Look out the window, pick a star, and just focus on that.
I'll give it a try. Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So am I.
So you probably won't hear me talk a great deal through this.
Step in at the 11th hour like this. But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
Well, there is indeed a Miranda class there. Also seeing an Excelsior class. Trying to read the name on it. That's got to be the Resolute because they're focusing in on it. Yeah, so apologies if I go quiet for a while. It'll be because of obviously the dialogue that's happening on screen. Shipgasm indeed. Okay, it's
A starbase on the very edge of Federation space. Long way from home now.
Nova and Akira. Yes, yes, well spotted. No, it's not like Star Trek Online. You can't run, unfortunately.
Commander? I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the Academy.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintaris 5. Anyway,
Starbase
I finished in
128.
the top 20. Not just in my
Fortunately, not
class,
Starbase
but I
91.
mean all time in the history of the Academy.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Thank you. It was tough. But you know, I set my mind to it and it paid off.
Please place your hand here. Hold it there for a few seconds.
Sims don't count. Yes. There we go. Oh, Sims count.
Welcome, Commander Rydek.
Wait, you're Jara Rydek? You absolutely crushed the Torvalin test. You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander. Sorry, I didn't realize before. I just came off the shuttle and was glad to be on solid ground.
The pleasure's mine. Ensign,
Paul Calloway.
good to meet you.
I believe Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
See you on the Resolute.
Oh, you can run. Excellent. Excellent. Yes, the L cars are...
If I remember my briefing, Commander Ermot is a Bolian, so I'm looking for someone with blue skin.
The sun has just dropped right into my eye, so bear with me 1 second whilst I shut my curtains. Sun's getting real low. There we go. Apologies for that. Sorry I've gone all red. It's because I have red curtains. So I'm looking for a Bolian. I'm guessing, yes, indeed.
Excuse me.
It's ended up in the Nexus. No, that's not.
You hear the Resolute's getting a new first officer?
Can't get past.
Wonder how the crew feel about that.
That makes them desperate. Crew that bad.
Yeah, not a good one.
Has anyone seen a Bolian? It's,
Starbase 128 has 4 docks.
okay, that's not useful at all.
You're going to the Resolute too?
Yeah. Let the
Well, there's
ship
no
open for
Why's that?
Bolians in there
accident. Warp
that I can see.
No going back now.
Oh, no. Right, won't let me leave the room.
rumor.
Let's talk to this chap. Ooh, is that stair? No, it's not stairs.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm just... Well, I'm not sure where my departure dock is. The Resolute's gonna leave without me.
Look here. The Resolute is leaving from this dock.
Oh, you're right. Nerves must be getting to me.
The middle dock.
Thanks so much, Commander.
That's probably going to come in handy at some point. Don't know if my screen settings are a bit on the dark side, but it's hard to see individuals.
Excuse me. Have you seen a Bolian around here?
Yes, sir. Right back there, near the replicator.
Ah, there he is.
Thank you.
Happy to help, Commander.
Okay. Must have walked straight past him.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermont, Operations Officer on the Resolute. Commander? I hope there wasn't too much trouble getting here. This storm isn't making anything easy for us right now.
It was perfectly fine. No trouble.
Hey, Captain Quinn.
We're grateful you were able to come fill our first officer vacancy at such short notice. From everything I've read and everything I've heard, we're lucky you were available to us. Coming from a premier starship to our research vessel.
What exactly have you heard about me?
First in your class at the academy.
Are they? Let me drop my levels down a bit. Hopefully that's better. Hopefully you can still hear me.
You've done your homework.
Like I said, we're very lucky. The USS Resolute.
Ah,
She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she
Cool.
can more than hold her own. And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
It was an accident?
The equipment malfunctioned. An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame. It was a planned test, but the warp core was
oh yes, that's right, Centaur class.
destabilized the dilithium. There was a runaway reaction.
I
and the
remember
warp
now.
bubble formed.
Thank you,
We
Dustin.
thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle. Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew. At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each other.
I can't even begin to imagine what that must have been like for you. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. It does weigh heavy. There are some things you can't forget.
Were you hurt in the accident? In the equipment malfunction?
Nothing worse than the loss of so many. Listen, I realize you've known Captain Solano for quite some time, and I'm sure you're ready to bring your best. but I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake, that he should have promoted from within. So you might want to tread lightly first. Until they come to value your contributions as much as he does.
Thank you. Always good to have a sense for what you're walking into.
I just thought you ought to know.
I appreciate it.
Starfleet has assigned us a high-priority mission to the Hotari region. I'll let the captain brief you on board.
Okay. That's good to know. Cool.
I know he's eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention.
They're all
The
kit
crew has been working
bashers.
around the clock to get the ship ready. There's still so much to do.
I saw that she's 48% human, 52% something else I didn't quite see on the screen. Oh, there's Picata.
Stuck. I got just the thing.
Oh, plasma torch. Yes. That'll be the plasma. Oh, no, that's not the plasma torch. That one down here will be the plasma torch. There we go. Okay, so a little bit of a skill check here. It's kind of resisting. It resists where you try and move it to, but not too difficult. I mean, I'm not particularly good as a gamer, so yeah, that wasn't too difficult.
That.
A phaser coil, I think it might have been something like, yay, lower decks, lower decks.
I thought the thing was totally fried.
I got the IDW lower decks sets today. Like basically
Nice
all
work,
6
Harvey.
episodes in one
Nothing to it, Neely.
go. Comic book,
Not a moment too
for
soon.
anyone who's not sure about
Boss wants us
IDW.
down in engineering, like now.
So I'll probably do a review video about that. That's really good. What's these?
Come on.
Oh, these are heavier than they look. Makes more sense than zero G. You're welcome.
Carter Diaz.
No, it's definitely a solo game. This.
Engineer.
I heard the new XO just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovok called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him. I'd rather not end up degaussing plasma manifolds. Hanging upside down makes me queasy.
What's the matter, Neely? Afraid of a little hard work?
A little hard work.
A story-based game's
A little.
gonna be
6 months to
easier
put the ship
as a
back
solo,
together
I
is
guess.
A lot of hard work.
Yeah, and here we are.
But you do get to play 2 characters, so there is that.
Looks like we got here before.
Lieutenant Commander Chovak.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
Petty Officers Ed Solar, Diaz. I was beginning to think you would be late. We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Ed Solar on repeated occasions.
Apologies for the delay.
I do not want your apologies.
But how would you know in space if it was upside down?
So, I don't suppose you wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood. But many systems have been affected by the wide band of emissive activity.
Techno babble.
We'll be ready. We've got the best chief engineer in the fleet.
I am a Vulcan, Mr. Diaz. Flattery is not necessary. All that I require is that you do your job. Right now, that entails critical preparations, because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system. You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes, Commander Chovak. All hands on deck.
Oh, what's that?
Spacewalk. It literally came out an hour ago. And hello, Kiss Kiss Kill. Love your band. You're absolutely brilliant. But yes, came out an hour ago. Took me 40 minutes to download. So yeah, this is definitely a first look.
Starfleet Command wouldn't send us out if we weren't ready.
6 months ago, I probably would have said the same thing. But this isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Oh, whoa.
Excuse me.
A lot of new faces coming on board. It's got to be tough coming as a replacement. That's for sure.
They seem all right. Something that happened 6 months ago while they were off on another ship? Well, that's nothing to hold against them.
Yeah, you're right. I guess getting a little new blood on board.
I was actually watching some Deep Space Nine. I'm doing a rewatch at the moment.
So there's an old face I didn't expect to see again.
You enjoy. Love to hear what you think about it.
Miranda, you're here?
We thought you were staying on the Adirondack.
Transfer came in at the last minute, so I figured I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts.
Oh, it's Star Trek time,
Looks like you got it
1701.
pretty nicely. I wasn't sure what to expect.
I'm gonna take the high road here, pretend you didn't say that, and welcome you aboard.
He's a better diplomat than I am.
He still owes me a
Cisco Day, not heard of that one.
Don't think I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome. As soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Spacewalk. Yeah, what's the Cisco Day? What's that all about?
So what's the word? Are you back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still running with the usual suspects.
Whoa.
Good to go.
Definitely got that sort of vibe, hasn't it?
See you on the other side.
Activating magnetic souls.
Ah, 22nd of May, I see. There is that.
Let's go.
The old impulse engines there. Here's the bridge. Oh, bit of gold on the hull. Hang on, it's not ISS, is it? Because that'd be quite the twist. Oh, speaking of twist, the music changed.
Captain Solano should be here momentarily.
Get to meet the captain.
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobleods. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized, or bad things start to happen. And we have plenty of duridium in sickbay, so there's no risk of running out.
Thank you.
Feel free to make yourself at home. And help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
All hands, yes. Well, we had the lower decks earlier, which was obviously both the series and an episode of The Next Generation. Right, let's examine the model train.
He's still got a thing for trains. The warp engines of their day, apparently.
Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely good and cinematic.
I can't believe he keeps this around.
That'd be cool.
I don't even know where mine is. The first mineral Captain Solano ever discovered. Always was the nostalgic type.
Is it a drinks cabinet? Clearly not.
Can't wait to plot a course myself.
Well, I don't. Oh, use the replicator.
Just a sip of something.
Ragtagino, double sweet, double hot, strong.
That sure has a kick.
No chocolate sundaes.
Jara Rydek. Last time I saw you, it was graduation from the academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrid Expanse.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute. The only regret is we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of a first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare.
That would be totally unnecessary. I don't need any pomp and circumstance.
You've been here all of 5 minutes, and already you're trying to make us more efficient. I like it.
I'll definitely have to try the Terran version with all the dialogue, you know, picking all the worst answers.
The ship suffered some damage, but not nearly as much as the crew.
I assume you mean the accident.
That's right. The tragic accident.
Oh, that's a good point, Wind Grace. I'd have to look it up. Maybe one of you lovely people watching can Google that whilst we're playing.
Longer and faster than we ever dreamed. What would have been the crowning achievement of my career? Right there, within our grasp. Till it all went so horribly wrong. We pushed it too hard, and warp core malfunction overloaded the system, creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship could handle. It was heartbreaking. We lost some of our best people. As captain, I have to take full responsibility.
Shackleton.
It was my decision to make, and I have to live with the consequences.
You have to look to the future. You can't dwell on the past, on things you can't change.
There's nothing that can be done about it now. In my defense, I will say I might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been willing to trust me. There was a lot of pushback from my former XO. I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my end. But once we decide on the course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission. Anything short of that just won't work. And that's when things start to go sideways.
Is it being angry at an expanse, being angry at a cloud? Like on The Simpsons.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. But at the end of the day, it has to be my call. Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least, I can't. I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here. We need a win. Something to restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
Positive.
Here's the stakes.
Tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space. Two previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record.
Hotari Prime's been in something as well.
And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hotari.
Exactly. Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagined the interference would be exponentially greater. But the diplomat will brief us on the details of the rendezvous.
Who is the senior diplomat we're escorting?
That I don't know. Starfleet hasn't said.
I think I know from the trailers.
I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst. There's just one more thing I want to clarify up front. The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
What is it?
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure. When that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying, you have my full support.
Thank you. But I feel like I still have so much to learn.
You'll have plenty of opportunity. And if you're willing to put in the work, I'll do everything in my power to help you along the way. Come, let me introduce you to the crew.
Mm-hmm. Wants to know birth class for
Everyone, if I can have your attention for a moment.
for experimental warp.
To introduce Commander Jara Rydak, our new first officer. Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman, one of the best in the business.
One of?
Well, what he lacks in humility, he more than makes up for in ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our Chief Science Officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Commander Rydak, it is such an honor to meet you.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian. We've been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time. and I look forward to learning as much as I can from you.
Raoul might want a word with you on that one.
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad, because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves, and you were one of those people once. But since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really admire that. So, you've been something of an inspiration to me. Not that I've done anything close to what you've done.
I don't know what to say. That's incredibly flattering, thank you.
I hope someday I can follow in your footsteps.
I'm sure you will.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Irma. Please, do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. I have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get their authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer,
He'll be on the starbase twice.
the bridge is yours.
I mean, it's literally just come out, so...
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field. He's sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
Permission granted.
Lowering structural integrity field, now.
Entering maintenance mode. Condition blue.
It's really good, isn't it? Really atmospheric.
The storm is getting worse.
Looks like they turned off the SIF.
Great. Let's get to that emitter.
It's fine. Raul's crashed a few shuttles in his time now.
Every time we're out here, I half expect to see her in pieces again.
She's still got some scars on her. It adds character.
When I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship.
No. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is noble and all, but it's still a machine.
I am more than that. And so are you. You wanted to get away. I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy.
Welcome to anyone who's just joined us. We're playing Star Trek Resurgence, which dropped... It launched an hour and a quarter ago, so not long ago at all. This is obviously a first look at it. Probably not going to be too chatty during this because there's a lot of dialogue.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
Everything should look sexy hot. It was $34.99. That's GBP, obviously. For those who are interested, I'm playing on a PS5 console.
Beginning recalibration.
Okay. So.
Careful. Too much action and harmonics will deflect the alignment.
So.
Light touch, Carter.
Okay, thank you, Windgrace. I have no idea what I'm doing on this. Light touch indeed, but not sure what quite what it's supposed to be doing. So, it, So, I can pick different nodes, different of the 6 nodes with my right stick, and then I tune that node Try that again. It's weird, it's not so much drifting as I can't really control where the thing goes, but it looks like I just got this one left to do. I think. Maybe, no. Maybe. It seems to jump about willy-nilly. Yeah, I mean, I'm not at the computer, that's... I appreciate the suggestion. I do appreciate it. It's probably not very entertaining to watch at the moment either. So we've got this screen here, just to take us away to something different, where we've got different characters and it'll tell us how well we're doing with them. What they think about us. So there we go. There's 2 more we need to meet. And this is with Carter. Yeah. Doing well with everyone. It seems. So let's see what we can't. So it went to the one before. Went to the one after. Doesn't want to move from there. Maybe I'm going about this the wrong way around? No. I mean, certainly I've clicked on every node. I think it, if I'm right, it's just this top one that it's not hovered on yet. So that one goes straight across. So it goes there. Nearly. I can't. Yeah, when it's directly over the centre bit, nothing. Yeah, clicking R2 does nothing. Maybe I just need to keep hitting it where it is. Oh. No, it's just moving in those three. Oh no, it's done something different that time. Okay, let's see if I can get it on a different... It keeps defaulting back to this. So I did mention earlier in the game, I'm not very good at video games. We do what we can. No. I think we were talking as the dialogue was happening, explaining what was going on. So let's see if there are any options. Controls. Nope. Modes. Nope. Actually, nope. R2 to interact. No. Maybe, yeah, that's worth a try. So, let go. Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh. I think you might. Oh. Oh. I think you were onto something there, Dustin. So I need to get it in the center. Oh. Oh, almost. There we go. Well done, Dustin. Thank you very much. My goodness. Well, that took some doing. There we go. That's actually not an easy thing to do either.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive. Yes, I am the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
What a very impressive list of credentials.
This is a research and discovery ship, first and foremost. Now with a former tactical officer as its new first officer. I'm curious, though. A Kobliad, or half in your case.
Yeah, it's more like a royal blue, isn't it?
Given your vulnerable condition and all.
But as we know from the Voyager grey purple, it all depends on the lighting.
Suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion. What would happen then? You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario.
Captain Solano's familiar with my condition. I'm sure it factored into his decision. So I'd have to say it's not a problem.
But we should probably have a contingency plan just in case. Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
I see no reason to stop now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew. And he was one of my closest friends.
I don't think I could ever replace Commander Sutherland. And it would be a mistake to even try.
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However,
so he's
if
not
we
fun.
learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
We've got a massive energy wave inbound.
On screen.
Fine, he's wearing gold, not red.
Tracing its trajectory.
Starbase docking clamps are holding.
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wide-band burst of ionic energy. Like a tsunami.
I'm reading power abnormalities all over.
Red alert!
Aye.
Red alert, shields up! Never give up. Never surrender.
Putting sensor visualization on screen.
With the structural integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact. 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
Wait, there's a...
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this. We can't afford to get it wrong.
Petrosian, get those shields up.
Rerouting power to shields. Stand by.
Oh, I got a trophy for that.
We only got one shot.
Shields
Understood.
up.
On my command.
Although red alert should mean shields are up anyway.
Heading locked.
Raise shields.
It does feel that at the moment. Very much so, yes, Ed. But it is still early on.
What happened?
We have experienced a surge of radiation.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
Blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need this.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
We've reached the first access point.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Probably would, yeah.
Affirmative.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Failsafe override engaged.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
Maybe, and certainly the way people sound is often affected by their physicality, so it does sometimes happen that way, yeah.
Diaz to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us. I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
Okay. L2 to aim. There we go.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but, you know.
Oh. Oops.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
Not really.
Snuck up on me.
That damaged your suit. Energy dampening is down to 60%.
Okay, so these things are moving then. Oh no, still got to keep moving. Oop.
We're almost to the race.
I am kind of American shooting, just
We're at the regulator.
keep firing everywhere.
Opening
For anyone
access.
who's watched
Now halting the
League of
EPS
Extraordinary
units aboard the
Gentlemen.
cell. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
Well, I suppose you've got different options for your different mods. You know, you can try playing and giving all the answers where you seem less pleasant. The Terran version.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral.
Oh, we're waiting for me.
The EPS lines to the port warp engine are back in balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chobot can...
Oops. That's not good. That scratched the paintwork.
Get down! DS to bridge. We just lost the docking clamp. We've got a lot of debris coming down. All vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
Yeah.
Docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put him through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
We have crew outside and are looking for the
We have
safest way
people
to...
on this station. If that mooring arm breaks, we could lose dozens of crew.
Commander, hear me. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
Reverse the polarity of the neutron flow.
Hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? This isn't your call to make. Blow the...
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order. Chara?
Captain, you brought me here because you trusted me. Can you trust me now?
You better be sure you make the right decision.
That's it.
The captain made himself quite clear.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
Of the neutron flow.
There is protocol.
And there are lives.
Starbase, stand by. We're gonna flip hull polarity to disengage the clamps.
Yes, Commander.
This actually feels like your decisions are making a, they're important.
Understood.
Not like Mass Effect 3, let's not talk about that one.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, come on.
Mark.
Whoa, that was a bit slow there.
Grab my hand.
That was almost too slow.
I got you.
Thank you.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
Come on. God, I feel strenuous just pushing up the sticks. I wonder how many people are going to end up breaking the sticks pushing too hard.
Look out!
Oh. Oh.
I got you.
It is.
Petty Officer Etzelar's hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed.
Yeah, you said that.
You are at risk of triggering a
So it's twice it's done that glitch.
The way we came is the nearest airlock.
There's an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Etzelar there to access the interior.
Roger that. Going there now.
But we're being bombed. Really is. You want redundancies to the redundancies.
I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time. No time to fight me on this. Get in there.
You better be right behind me.
Oh. Oh no! Oh, another trophy.
We're in.
I didn't realise I was holding my breath then.
They're safe, bringing the SIF fully online.
Do it.
But you know what? That, I think, is an exciting opener to Resurgence. I'm not going to play through any more here for now because you know what? Spoilers. I think, yeah, we've seen quite the tense start to it. Really enjoying it as a game. I think Ed summed it up nicely. It's more like an interactive movie than a typical game, I would say. But yeah, really good and tense. The music's really engaging, as Windrush said. The graphics, the aesthetics to it, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with it. So if you haven't already gone out and got it, then I recommend going out and getting it. But yeah, it's. I think we know who that diplomat's going to be. Anyone who's seen the trailers knows who that diplomat's going to be. So yeah, that's to look forward to. So thank you ever so much for joining me today. It's been quite a privilege to give a first look at it, kind of within minutes of it actually launching. Tomorrow, today is Tuesday. Yes, tomorrow, thank you, Captain Quinn. Tomorrow, don't forget, we've got Star Trek Livingston, the actual play, live streamed RPG game from Modiphius, Star Trek Adventures, with the crew of the Livingston. Don't know if Ed's still with us, but Ed, of course, playing Commander Elin Rahl in that, and me GMing the game. So you don't want to miss that one tomorrow. So it's going to be in 26 hours time, or no, 26 and a half, 26 hours 40 minutes. It's going to be at 8:30 UK time. So there we go. So that's to look forward to. There'll be a video coming out on Thursday, and of course this week it's going to be about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, because Thursday is Towel Day. For anybody who knows. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then make sure you keep your eye open for that. So best way to do that, of course, is to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification icon so that you get future notifications of videos. But yeah, I'll be doing a video for Thursday. In the meantime, peace and long life, everyone. Live long and prosper. And now it's the awkward bit where I figure out how to stop the broadcast, because I'm not used to doing these from the PlayStation. Yes, there we go. I figured it out. Right. Okay. Take care for now. Jackson to Livingston, one to beam up.